All right, let's get started. Welcome everyone. Welcome. Ooh. Thank you guys for the 3 likes. Awesome. You guys should be able to hear me pretty clearly if I put the music down even more. So that's background. Okay, so before we go into the 3 names that I've put in the description box below this live, let's go over the markets. So SPY here has been in this very tight range. I gave you guys this in last week's lives as well. And we've been stuck in this very tight range between 410 and 413.50. So this is a pretty tight range for, you know, SPY, considering it is the market here. And we do have OPEX this week. And today, even the Fed speakers who are speaking today weren't much of a help to provide enough volatility to have us break out of this range, whether it be to the upside or to the downside. Now, here's something that I noticed yesterday night. I already gave this chart to my CFO Stream Watch members in the private CFO Discord. So on SPY here, we have this potential. Okay, I'm saying potential because this chart pattern is still very ugly here. I believe it's still forming. This is called a diamond top. So this is a reversal chart pattern, and they tend to, like I said, like in the name, top at the top of uptrend. And if it's forming at the bottom of a downtrend, that usually means there's going to be a reversal to the upside. And so this is the complete opposite of that, where we have a diamond top chart pattern, which is potentially giving us a clue, an insight to the near-term future that there could be a possible reversal to the downside. And I like the fact that we've been consolidating like this as well, because if this is in fact true that we are making this diamond top chart pattern, we can see a break below 410, or specifically 410.20, and that will allow us to come back down, fill in this gap that we never filled in between May 4th to May 5th, and then head back down to 406 or 405.90 specifically, which was a very heavy level of resistance, as you guys remember, and then possibly come back down to retest 404 or 403.80ish specifically. Now, the reason why I said 406 first or 405.90 is that if we do break below 410.20 or around 410, there's a chance for us to come back down to retest with the daily 50 SMA, this dark blue line right over here. And this 50 SMA has already crossed over this 404 whole number level, or again, specifically 403.80 or 403.75, doesn't really matter, as long as you guys know that at the general vicinity of this level is around 404, which is the whole number level that we always aim for. And this 50 SMA, this dark blue line, has already crossed over this whole number level. And right now, today, it closed at 404.77. And so this means that there's a possibility that the 50 SMA will continue to curl up higher. How do I know this? Well, if you go back to my previous live streams, even just last week, you guys would notice that the daily 50 SMA was slightly underneath 404 or right at 404. And so even then I told you guys that the daily 50 SMA should continue to curl up higher as it tries to catch up to the price, since we have been staying above the daily 50 SMA for over a month now. And if we're able to come back down to retest it once more, I expect a large bounce at the daily 50 SMA, because we have been staying above the daily 50 SMA for over a month, and it should have provided a lot more buying and a lot more confidence in the buyers for at least the past few months. Now, this diamond top reversal, I'm not going to expect a huge move down as we saw back in mid-February to mid-March. All right, this is a pretty good downtrend or move to the downside with volatility. I'm not going to expect some type of a move like this. And the move that I'm going to expect, that I'm actually going to expect, is more of a nice pullback. So again, to 406 or 404 if we decide to break below the daily 50 SMA and kind of consolidate around the daily 50 SMA and kind of break up and retest it again, or break below it, break down, and then come back below it again. So we're gonna most likely possibly see a consolidation volatility around this daily 50 SMA. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, now before I move on, let me make sure my CFO stream watch members know that I'm live as well. Okay, so that's kind of what you guys should be looking out for. That's a huge upside risk with this diamond top reversal chart pattern. I mean, it's not really there. It's a lot more, it's a lot more uglier than I would expect it to be, because chart patterns like this come very rarely, and when they do come, they come in a very, very perfect way. And the fact that in the sense that the price action provides us a very clear picture of what we're looking at. But this one is not too clear here. So it's all going to depend on Friday when we have OPEX and all the options and, everything else is going to be expiring simultaneously. So again, we're still stuck at that 410 to 413.50 range. And then QQQ, the Qs are in a complete different world. So today they had a very nice push with an increase in volume. Obviously, still not above the average volume as seen here, the orange line being the average volume line. And today we did get an increase compared to yesterday, but that's because the buyers have been trying to push the price higher until we reach that maximum profit target or price target point of 330. I gave you guys this target a couple weeks ago. So hopefully you guys use this to your advantage, whether it be swing trades or day trading. But I told you guys that the uptrend was intact and there was no big market crash headed for us in the next couple of weeks. So hopefully you guys follow through with that. I've been saying that since late April and early May. So hopefully you guys navigated well through that analysis. All right, now for QQQ, I still expect a retest of 330, especially before OPEX. But if today was that attempt, I would say it's a pretty weak attempt. Sure, there was good volume, but we ended up at the highs of 328.90, not even close to 330. So I expect to see a bit more bullish momentum to continue for the rest of the week, but before Friday. All right, so let's go over the first swing trade that we executed this week. Let's take a look at Amazon. So I'm going to give you guys an exclusive sneak peek in the CFO Discord, the private section of the CFO Discord. And for the people who are watching or looking at the recording here, if you guys got in when I sent you guys that link for the public area of the Discord, congrats. You guys got in at a perfect opportunity because I've been sending you guys some very, very nice, especially day trades, which I am not comfortable doing, but we had made some amazing day trades for the past couple of weeks. And if you guys were able to profit off of that, good job to you guys for taking action and executing. But overall, if you guys took the opportunity, I sent that link 3 times in my Instagram story. If you guys took that action, great job on you guys. Give yourself a pat on the back for taking action. Right, so for Amazon here, okay, actually not even Amazon, let's go over ARRY first. So ARRY, all right, right over here. So yesterday, on Monday, I sent out, well actually on 12:57 a.m. I was still awake. I said ARRY swing trade $22.50 strike call contract that expires on May 19th, which is a weekly expiration for a possible overnight swing trade. And I sent in a chart analysis on Sunday morning as I picked ARRY because of one big fat reason. If we take a look at the weekly time frame, we have this huge base that extends all the way back to August. And this base consists of two major levels of resistances at 22.50 and 24.50, exactly a $2 difference. And so you guys can kind of imagine where we were looking at this one. So if you go back on the daily time frame, we're looking at a break over $22.50, and that's exactly what we got on Monday. And so we got in right at the break of 22.50. Some CFO Stream and Watch members actually got in a little bit earlier. And as the morning went on, we pushed up higher and higher and higher. And ultimately, those same contracts since entry point hit 50%. And then it hit 55%. And I decided, okay, you know what? I'm looking to make this into a day trade. Because again, I said it was a possible overnight swing trade. And so I let the CFO Swing Watch members know that they can take it as a day trade. And so at 7:30 a.m., I said, I've exited these nearly at 60% here. So make sure you all take profits around $23 because we're getting a bit overextended on the intraday and slightly on the daily. And I told everyone that another entry will be taken for sure on ARRY. And if you go back to the present time today, that statement that I made that we will look for another entry point is still true because it seems like we're looking to make $22.50 a new level of support from that previous level of resistance. So ideally, we want us to have the price follow this trajectory as seen by the arrows here, where we continue to use 22.50 as an immediate new level of support, and we consolidate and move sideways between, I would say, at least 23.50 to 22.50, a $1 range. And as we continue to do that, I hope that we can see tighter and tighter price action, which could possibly lead us to inside days on the daily time frame. Okay, inside day candlesticks. And the reason why I say that in an ideal world is that if you're able to do that, I would see and hope that the 10 SMA catches up in time along with the 21 SMA. So if you guys remember, my 10 and 21 SMAs are my momentum SMAs. Okay, so if these two SMAs catch up, then it will support the price higher. And once we have created that bullish flag, or at least a bullish chart pattern, whatever it may be on the intraday or the daily time frames, we will get that second leg up higher and most likely hit my 24.50 level of resistance and ultimately my maximum profit target or price target at $26. All right, hopefully that made sense. Now let's go over Amazon. So this was the triple digit percentage return. This is the one thing that you guys should be looking at. So yesterday, here's what I said on Amazon. Now, I'm showing you guys the exact private exclusive CFO String and Watch Discord channel here, where I send out the trades that we're looking for. So hopefully you guys are able to see that there are some other trades that you guys can look at that we made. For example, forward swing trade right here. So make sure you guys do your own review on how this one went. Wink, wink. So right here at 7:15, I said I'm starting a position in Amazon swing trade 120 strike call contracts that expire on June 16th. And we got in exactly right over here. If you go on the 15-minute time frame, the time frame that I was looking at to make this entry point, near the exact bottom of Monday. Absolutely sniped this one. And this is where we have sniped ARRY as well, ARRY, and Amazon back to back. And you might be wondering, so why do we take an entry point here? Well, on the intraday time frame, okay, we made a intraday level support at 109.30. And so I said, okay, if we decide to hold this level of support as we did on Friday of last week, we should be able to hit it and bounce off of it. And guess what? On the 15-minute time frame, we did exactly that as we made a what we call a tweezer bottom candlestick. Okay, a tweezer double bottom, excuse me. And that is a bullish chart pattern on the intraday time frames, and they can be very reliable, especially when it occurs at a very new level of support where buyers are holding and at a hold number level at 109.50. And so once it crossed over 109.50, I got filled in. Specifically, I got filled in around like 109.47-ish, if I remember correctly. And then from that point forward, we just continued to move up higher and higher and higher and higher. And you guys can see clearly here, I was very excited, okay, because Amazon was at 15%, and then it started to go higher and higher and higher, and then ultimately, we were up 30% on that starter position. And then in the morning of today, right, so right over here, we got this huge fat candlestick from Monday's closing price on this candlestick. And this was a huge indication that Amazon wanted to move up for the rest of the day, at least half of the day. And that's exactly what we did. So from the start of today all the way up to, let's say around 10 o'clock of today, we just continued to move up with higher highs and higher lows with great momentum and great buying volume. Now, obviously, unfortunately, at the end of the day, we saw the markets pull back a bit, including the Qs, and Amazon was affected by that as we saw a move lower, but we didn't move all the way to at least, the 50% retracement line of today's action, or in other words, we didn't lose 50% or half of the gains that we made. All right, I would say just from a visual standpoint, my observational skills here using my eyes, my ojos, we pulled back, 25%. All right, I'm not going to use the exact measurements and the numbers, just basing it off of my eyes, maybe 25 to 30%, which isn't bad. And so for Amazon, I'm going to continue to hold that position until we're able to see, good results, because today at the highs at 114.79, all right, we hit 110% plus, all right, and we were up over at least like maybe 130, 120%. I didn't really check, but that was at 8:06 a.m. So right over here, right there, somewhere between here. Okay, so these contracts hit really well. So if any of the CFO Stream Watch members are watching this, congrats. It was a very, very great swing trade. If you guys decide to take profits once it hit that triple-digit percentage return, I'm glad that it was helpful for you guys. I'm glad that you guys made some dough after I gave you guys that entry point. So, hopefully we can continue to see higher highs and higher lows. However, here's one thing about Amazon on the daily time frame. We are slowly starting to see a little bit of an overextension. So on the R side, we're not overbought, since the R side is showing us 66, a value of 66.03 to end the day today. So we're not overbought just yet. However, there are some signs pointing towards a straining of the price to the upside, all right, as we make this incredible ascending resistance level. So this one's going to continue to act as a level of resistance, even though we're making higher highs and higher lows, which is great. That's a textbook uptrend. But we need to be aware and cognizant of where this trend line is at. Now, moving away from overextension, just based on the price action, there is a possibility that we can also fill in this gap right over here, which is the reason why I gave you guys that possibility on SPY as well in the previous live streams. If SPY decides to break below this major level of support at 404, there are still 2 gap ups that we have never filled. And remember, what does SPY like to do? It likes to fill in every single gap, whether it be a gap up or gap down. So we have a very minuscule, tiny gap right here that needs to be filled. And then we have this gargantuan gap, which is our first gap that we made ever since we decided to break out in mid to late March. So make sure you guys remember that, because that will affect Amazon to come back down and possibly fill in this tiny gap right over here. Okay, this is made by a gap up, so buyers, so I'll make it green. Right? So now the last one here will be Roblox. So we have sniped every single one of these 3 trades that I am going over with you guys right now, and what I've shown you on the CFO Stream Watch Discord. So for Roblox, this is what happened. So again, I'm showing you guys this Discord, an exclusive look. So if you guys want to look at the other trades that I'm not going over, take a look at it. Pause the video, the recording of this video, or even pause the live stream and take a look at them. Okay, so for example, again, F or MU, try looking at it and see how we did. So Roblox, okay, right over here at 9:43 a.m. we sniped this one again. Roblox, I said RBLX high risk swing trade for 40 strike call contracts that expire on May 26th. I gave this out to my CFO Stream Watch members, and they were able to snipe it. Why? Well, if you translate the time right over here, the timestamp of 9:43 a.m. And if you go to my favorite intraday time frame, oops. Okay, you guys have to remember the time. On Monday, right over here, we sniped it. Right here, right at that break, that reversal break to the upside, as we continue to hold right in between the 15-minute, 10, and 21 SMAs. And if you guys have been with me for a long time, you guys know that I love when the price decides to remount the 10 SMA and it starts to consolidate between the 10 and 21 SMAs, because that tends to lead to a huge reversal to the upside. Now, what's actually helped this price to move to the upside yesterday is that on the daily time frame, we are dealing with a potential cup and handle chart pattern. If you guys don't know what that is, it's basically a bullish chart pattern that looks like a cup and a handle. So it's a little bit more apparent on the 2-hour time frame, or the 4-hour actually. All right, so we have the cup here, there's a little bulge, and then we have the handle, which is a nice looking descending channel itself, by itself. And so if you go back to the 15-minute time frame, we're able to see a huge increase in buying volume yesterday, right? And that's when we were up. If you go back on the Discord here, right, we lifted off to 20%, and then 30%, 40%, and then we hit 50% at 10:15 a.m. And the entry for that specific contract was at $70, or 0.70 cents per contract. All you guys need to do is times that by 100. Okay, so in the morning today, we got a nice pullback, and there was an opportunity to add, but I didn't. Although some of my CFO Stream Watch members, shout out to Anthony, got in yesterday, averaged down today morning, and held through all the way up today's breakout. And where was that breakout? Especially at 39.20, this major level of resistance. And so he was able to take those contracts that he had since yesterday, which was a complete snipe, just like with every single name that I just gone over. ARRY, AMZN, and finally RBLX. And we're able to see the price moving up at a rapid speed, which allowed us to see the contracts having a rapid increase in its premium, and we're able to take some profits. And that is how so far this week, and it's only Tuesday, we're able to garner a bunch of double-digit and triple-digit percentage returns. So again, if you guys want to look at the other trades that we executed this week so far, like MU or even F, make sure you guys take a look at that. Specifically F, because MU was actually executed today. All right. So today we ended up with Roblox at 60% on Roblox since entry. And we had some very, very good patience to hold throughout the pullback this morning. So hopefully to any of the CFO Swing Watch members watching, hopefully you guys took some profits just like Anthony did today when he averaged down. And then he decided to take profits near the top today at around 11:45 to 12 o'clock in the noon time of PST or Pacific Standard Time. All right, so hopefully that was a great insight on the swing trades that I've been posting on Instagram. I've been showing you guys the results that my CFO Swing Watch members have earned, because again, they've executed the trades that I have given them, right? So they have earned the right to, they have earned the right to say that, actually, I don't even know what I was trying to say. But they earned it, is what I'm saying. They earned it. Why? They earned the profits because they executed, right? They took action, okay? And they saw the potential in that trade, and that's why we're able to have such great sniper trades. We absolutely sniped the entry points and sniped the exit points. That is also crucial as well during the duration of a swing trade or even a day trade like we did with ARRY. And I'm glad that we got out. All right, I might have got out a little bit early, but others have actually got out around 23.50 or even nearly at the high of yesterday. So hopefully we can see some sort of a bullish flag chart pattern forming in the next couple of days or even into next week. All right. Hopefully that was a very insightful video or a live stream, especially a video if you guys are watching the recording. But again, look out for these three names. There might be a chance for you guys to get in again with us, because we are definitely looking at all of these three names: Amazon, Roblox, and ARRY. So make sure you guys take a look at them, have your alerts set up, and always formulate a trading game plan. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below and hit that subscribe button. Not subscription, that subscribe button. If you guys want information or more information on what we do, check out the links provided in the description box below. I'll see you guys on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So back on the regular schedule, and hopefully I will have more trades to review for you guys. All right, have a great rest of your night, and I'll see you guys back on the live stream at 9 or 6 p.m. depending on what time zone you're in on Thursday. Have a great rest of your night, guys. Thank you so much for joining.